think we're going to try it again.
Yeah. Why not?
We're going to try it again in all good faith that the Wi-Fi isn't going to drop. I personally don't like using or trusting in Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or any of the wireless options when it comes to streaming. I say bolt it to the ground.
Yeah.
Even when I play video games, it's the same way for me. I'd much rather, as convenient as it is, to use a wireless controller. I don't mind a wired controller. It's got better IR impulse, like the impulse response. It seems to be cleaner. And I don't know when the last time you guys made a telephone call, but you get less drop calls than you do on cell phones. That's for damn sure. And if you noticed, I have not been using my wireless guitar system much lately either.
Yeah, I did notice that.
It's not trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
There are those
times where it just like breaks and like shuts down.
There's stuff that happens, like you get busy and maybe you flip the battery the wrong way.
Mm.
So with every production, especially something that's live, you're going to do as much as you can in pre-production and check off all those boxes. But ultimately, when we go live here on the show, that's it.
Mm.
Anything that we do, anything that's said, any technical difficulty that comes our way, we have to roll with it. We have to adapt to it. We can't react. We have to kind of respond to it.
That's how I know it's real.
Let's hop to it. I don't even know. Are we even live? Maybe I should check. Let me check.
Okay.
Apparently we are. I'm just gonna sit here and watch ourselves for a second. You know what it makes me want to do? It makes me want to set up like a monitor right here.
Yeah.
But I do think that could be also distracting to some degree.
Yeah, I could.
You know what I mean? Like
when just stare at it.
Right. You know when we spend too much time in the chat?
Yeah.
I'm like super stoned trying to read an article. You just get trapped on a paragraph of things you might have said, but you're not sure if you understood it.
Mm.
Right. I don't want that to happen.
No. It feels like you're in tunnel vision. Like you're getting sucked in, and it's like, whoa.
Nicole said, we have a house phone there. She means here. Not here, but at her house. It's good just in case the cell phone stopped working. Yeah.
Yeah. If the phone's dead, boom, hit the phone. Hit the home phone.
The moral of the story is, with all of the magic of wireless and Bluetooth capability, when it comes down to it, people feel safer hardwired. People feel safer plugged in directly.
Mm.
I know that all this other stuff is supposed to be luxurious and a lot of fun, but it can be a pain in the butt, to say the least. Like what we just experienced.
Right.
Let's start reading.
Okay.
Because I feel like if we don't, we'll never get to it.
Okay.
For all of you guys out there that see, look, it changed. Did it change when I went to the screen?
Yeah.
Hold on. What happens if I get rid of that? I just saw that. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. Maybe the website has a
That
block
website
to it.
was fucking us up.
Oh, wow.
Hold on, let me see real quick. This is fucking stupid.
This is interesting.
No, that's what it was. That website was doing that. At least whatever was happening, whatever multimedia. See, she said it was glitching. Is it still, though?
Did it fix itself?
1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4. 5. How did that go? I'm trying it now. We're looking at it right now. Nicole's helping. The fucking thing's broken. No, I don't know if it's broken or not. What I think happened was she said it's good now. There was something on that website.
Yeah.
There was some multimedia thing that was happening on that website that was causing the computer to be uncomfortable. Yeah, but how are we supposed to know that, though, before we broadcast, though? That's the thing. How do we nail that? Let's work on that. You know? So, like, for instance, like, if I jumped on Sepsiss.com right now, there might be so much multimedia in it that it crashes the fucking... And you can't tell because some websites will have lots of pop-up advertising and marketing that just starts multimedia. You know what I mean? When you land on some landing pages on some websites, even Sepsiss.com, it starts flashing out, high resolution video, which is going to naturally, I think, or potentially cause interferences with what we're trying to do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how we can determine that beforehand. Now we can't read that article. That's fucking terrible.
That really sucks.
Oh yeah. That was the show, was that one. No, it wasn't the show, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. We'll have to read it after.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what this bullshit is. Do you recognize this? This came out of fucking nowhere. See what I'm saying? Holy Look, okay, look. It just did it again. It's the websites. It's the websites. That's what it is. Because when I don't, which is strange too, because I don't have it. It's always hot though. Things from 1988. All right, so like when I go down here, it's not really happening. Okay, well, we've never had quite the issue we've had with it tonight. See what I'm saying? See, it's not doing it now. See, but on that other screen, it was. I don't care. I'll use this whole time just to figure this out. That's not. It doesn't matter. It's not like we're gonna have another time next week where we need to come on and figure this out. We could figure it out right now. And let's just say that it was. Then what? See what I'm saying? I guess the solution that I'm thinking of, okay? I'm already working on the solution. Okay? That's my brain has already skipped ahead and started to work on engineering a solution. And from what I understand is you could keep the email open in the background, right? And then when I'm in the show, instead of bringing all the tabs up and having them pre-production, I could have my production notes just in the open email and then pull each website up chronologically. Therefore, not having to require for us to put, 4 or 5 tabs up. I'm not particularly excited about that either, but there are other places where you can store links, like in notes, etc. I could create a note on the desktop, you know what I mean, with active links in it, clickable links. That would keep it all down. That would mean that in the background we wouldn't be running I don't know. However many, we don't know how much multimedia is included on all those websites. So we're not. There's no way of being able to measure. It may or may not be. So now, so this is what I'm gonna do. Right now, it's not doing it at all when I'm on this page. When I came back here, it was until I switched. Now it's not doing it. See what I'm saying? Like there's not another time we're gonna figure this out. It's not like we're gonna get out of this live, right? And then tomorrow we're gonna turn the computer on and make this determination. Whatever process of elimination that we're going to incorporate, we should do it now. Anyhow, it's not doing it. Oh, no, it's not doing it.
Oh, okay.
So let's do this. I'm gonna change over. It's not doing it. Look at that. Yeah, and look, I'm changing right over. Look, here it goes. Maybe a little bump there, but nothing big. I won't worry about that.
Yeah, look, there's nothing on Facebook either.
No bump there. Oh, there's a lot of multimedia here. Nothing's happening. See? Why is it random? That's my thing.
That's the problem, though.
Weird, huh?
How are we supposed to figure this out right now?
I don't know, but we know. What do we know, though? Ooh, there's a little bit of a spike. Saw that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Let me get rid of this ad. Now let's look. Here's multimedia. Look, it's playing. Bye. I'm going to scan the whole website for multimedia. Look. I might as well show them at home. See, everybody? Look, I'm scrolling. See, here's a little multimedia here. That's happening. This event is happening. That's going to pull, you know? But if you got a big old video in the back, you know, especially, that's it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look here. Any multimedia playing in the background. Aha. Like, see this? This is what I meant, guys. Look. See this ad playing in the background? This video is kicking our butts. You feel me? It's you know what I mean? This is playing.
Especially if it's playing.
This is playing, you know, and I think you can't, but here's the thing, I can't get rid of it. You feel me?
No, but you
This,
can pause it and that helps.
all right, so here, look. There it is right there. See? It's like an alien invader. That's what's slowing us down. I'm almost,
But you can't get rid of it.
yeah, I know you can't get rid of it. That's what I'm saying. It's like the internet from 1987. So I think that our best bet in future shows, okay, would be leaving the clickable links in a note in pre-production notes prior to going live.
Like you said, yeah. Give it a try.
I think that's our best way of the CPU and the rest of the energy. It'll be focused on one thing. It'll be focused on the stream and then one tab at a time. Therefore, not increasing the chances of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's a good solution.
Yo, what up, Vampire X? We're just trying to figure out how to get the stream running a little bit better, which is good because I'm actually gonna have I'm gonna have Lexi start this article, and then I'm gonna go Could you grab me the vaporizer off the bed? All right. So we'll start the show now, everybody. I think it hasn't dropped yet since we've been back on.
I think you pausing the video does help.
If I see it, so what I'm gonna do when we go on and before we read an article, for instance, I'm going to have it in the pre-production notes with clickable links, and then I'm going to click it. Once it comes up, I'm going to keep the regular show on. If we get a bump or a glitch is one thing, but while one of us is talking, or while I'm talking, that's fine too, I'll scroll And see, it's pretty disgusting that you have to clean up the aisle before you even go shopping.
Yeah.
Sam Altman describes OpenAI's plan for an AI device in Vibes. Apple's former chief designer Joni Ivey has been working on the device with OpenAI. The only thing I will say about this, Lex, is that let's remember that the whole OpenAI thing was supposed to be like non-profit. It was supposed to be open, meaning open source. People could learn from it. People can contribute and participate in the growth of it.
Was it supposed to be some cash grab?
A never-ending, infinite hole where tech bros could dump their seed in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we got, is something that is valued at a really, like OpenAI has achieved ultimate value. However, most people can't tell you what it's really supposed to do. It has a never-ending pit of possibilities when it comes to crowdfunding.
Mm-hmm.
However, it postures itself as a non-profit.
I was just about to say there's one thing I've noticed about all these tech bros is they start off as a non-profit and then they all switch to profit once they start getting a lot of profit from being non-profit.
That is exactly the food chain. During and after the .com explosion. And they all start that way. Remember Facebook's motto? It's free and it always will be.
Yeah.
Right
I
until they
remember that.
right until they have shit for you to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now it's not free.
well, everything's pay to play on social media now, even authenticity.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to be authentic on social media, it doesn't matter who you are. Most people, unless you're grandfathered in, most people have to buy identifiers and symbols proving that they are the indeed authentic person that you're talking to. So I knew at one point that even though OpenAI postures itself as an open source and non-profit, we already know that it generates a lot of money. That's a crazy non-profit toy that has a bottomless pit where people can store their profits.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you know, as we've said with the music industry, that the music industry really isn't about the music. Social media will have all of us believe that we're all competing with each other in some decentralized environment, when in all reality, painters on Facebook are not competing with each other. As much as Facebook would allow you to believe that all the painters in your town that have Facebook pages are in competition. Bands are not in competition with each other on Facebook or TikTok. But TikTok would have you believe differently with all the games and the Go Live Now rewards and the incentivized competition and competitive nature of the apps and the sites. Truly, the people, the powers that we are actually competing with is Facebook. It is Spotify. It is these companies that come into our lives and promote that they are free, they are open source, they are decentralized, and they're going to make our lives more affordable. They're going to make our lives easy. And if you read the fine print, we'll get the added bonus of dominating and punishing our competitors. And it's
everyone just loves to do that.
And it's all for free. But where do they get it from? They get it from competing with each other. YouTube versus Googles and the Googles versus the Gagas.
And everyone in like the captions too, like, oh, caption this because they couldn't think of a caption. So they have to go to AI to like put a caption in there.
Well, That's what legacy companies and corporations do, especially in the tech world. Think about it how they do in the music industry. The music industry, the biggest players at the top all scrounge and chicken hawk the inventors, the experimentalists, all the people that we're supposed to laugh at and say, wow, look at them, they're so different. Who do they think they are coming up with new ideas? You know, the people who we punch down on in society and go, wow, they're so weird. Nobody looks like that. Nobody sounds like that. Nobody's ever heard those ideas before. That's weird and strange. Those are the people that legacy companies and corporations depend and rely on the middlemen to punch down on. Those are the people that the large companies and corporations are depending. They're depending on the average guy to pound on the strange guy, the weird guy, the innovator, the firebrand, the person that stands out, the ugly person, the inventor. Society.
The smart person.
Yes. Why? Because no one's going to come looking for those people. They're ugly, they're weird, they're smelly, they got different ideas than everybody else. But you know who cares about those people? Legacy companies and corporations. And they depend on average Joes to stomp out the inventors, to say, oh, it's unbelievable. No one in the world could invent new ideas. So legacy companies and corporations can bottom feed and siphon and hijack ideas from the true originators, firebrands, and inventors. Which is exactly what AI does. It's like throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Lex? For the hell of it, so far, like, what do you think? Because I have a funny introduction to the next part.
I think OpenAI is just another way of saying Google search.
That was well said.
Like, there's really nothing significant or impressive or innovative or anything that's making, I don't know about anyone else's life, but my life any easier.
Well,
I mean, sure, I've been using, like, the Google Gemini to, like, help me with, like, pictures and stuff, but, like, that's all stuff, like, that's not very, like, innovative.
Right. Some of that stuff, if you had another 15 minutes, you could do on your own.
Right. I'm just doing it just 'cause it's there.
There it is. Right.
Right. Which is, like, another way of saying I took the easy way or the cheat.
Well, I mean, and you know, you have a conventional oven, and then you have a toaster. They both
And then you have an air fryer.
But I'm saying they both gonna heat the bread up. The filaments are gonna get hot, and they're gonna cook. You know, make
They're not
toast.
doing anything different.
Yeah. Right.
They're just calling it something different.
Right. So I don't think you're cheating. I just think you're making toast.
Yeah. That's true. You make a good point.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, someone, I don't know if this is true or not, I'm just running my mouth, but at some point, someone could invent the successor to the vacuum cleaner. And then what are we going to do? Everybody with vacuum cleaners are weak?
That's like saying if you live in a house, you're better than a person that lives in an apartment.
Right. Because you had sex and you happen to have babies, that because by default you're a parent, that your life is more important than people who haven't taken on childhood.
Exactly.
Because then we have to start rewarding people based on how many kids they're gonna have.
Oh,
Well, no. If we're gonna reward bands based on how many albums they have out,
then we should reward
right.
people from how many people they have out.
But if we're gonna, what I'm saying is if in society we're gonna measure people by how big their homes are and how many homes they own, then we all better be expert homeowners.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to shut that window just a little bit?
Yes.
It is a little. Thank you. It's getting cold out there.
I got you.
Thank you so much. So, and while she's doing that, the reason why I bring all of this up is because you like it's not necessarily about the music. We've always told people that's what they want musicians to believe. Just like aspiring actors and actresses, they would love people to believe that it's about the character, that it's about the writing, you know, that it's about the authentic filmmaking. Of course, they want actors and actresses to believe that, so they give it their all on the silver screen. But it's not necessarily about the movie or the story or the actors and the actresses at all. It's all about the devices that will be used to project, to promote, to market, and advertise the movie. So, what is it about when it comes to music? It's not about the music, it's the gadgets, it's the way that the music gets to the people. That's why Spotify is such a big deal, because it's a virtual gadget. You know, and of course, gadget companies, hardware companies like the iPhone and Apple and people who make gadgets, iPods and MP3 players, inventors that make gadgets, they have partnerships, you know, with the media presenters. So it's not really about the artist or the song or the actress, the actor, or how the movie was produced. It's more so how is the industry gonna get that music to people? And so when we talk about AI, or we talk about music, or when we talk about art in general, what we're talking about not necessarily is what's on the internet, but the device that you are viewing the internet, how you experience the internet, through your watch, through your cell phone, the gadgets and the gizmos that bring us the music, like Walkmans, CD players. Remember, you guys, back in the day, receivers, turntables. Like, think of what I'm saying here. And in the same respect, like, it's not really about the internet. It's how it's delivered to us. It's not really about the video game so much as how the controller feels in your hand. How do you, the real life kinetic physical person, how are you experiencing all of this multimedia? Sam Altman describes OpenAI's planned AI device in Vibes. This is it.
Vibes? What's vibes?
I don't know yet, but what I'm saying is, remember, let's go back to the beginning of the conversation. OpenAI is what? It's supposed to be a
non-profit.
Right, but people have been putting what into it?
Money. Profit.
Tons of money, right? So where has this money been going?
Looks like their planned AI device and Vibes.
Oh, shit, let's check it out.
Wow, this is crazy.
Do you see what I'm saying?
What are you getting involved in?
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Check it out.
Let's dive in.
So far, physical AI devices have not been a hit with consumers. Let's face it. The much talked about Rabbit RI didn't receive raving reviews from Mashable when they reviewed it last year, and now it's sort of a languishing in tech purgatory, meaning it's a joke. Meaning when people talk about it, it's a fucking joke. Do you remember all the AI stuff that they came out with when AI first came out? Do you remember all the little pins and the goofy things? Do you see them anymore?
No.
Because they fucking failed. They were trash.
They never hit the market.
They never hit the market. They never took off. The other highly anticipated device, the human pin, was already killed off in February, just 1 year after it launched.
Didn't work.
Right. Will OpenAI's device have any better luck? OpenAI CEO Sam Altman seems to think so, according to what he had to say about it in an interview.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking fantastic. All right. if you haven't heard, OpenAI is currently working on AI hardware products with Apple's former chief designer, Joni Ive. I don't know who that is.
Oh.
So far, what is known about OpenAI's device is that it is a small, screenless AI companion, which already sounds much like the other physical AI devices that came before it. My question is, what the fuck is different than that than having your phone? Why not just
Right.
have it on your phone? Why do we need another thing?
Like, what's the new part? Like, that's what I'm waiting for. And I feel like we're not getting a form of this is new.
But it's like it's a buttonless, knobless, valueless,
You can
screenless.
just go talk to Siri.
It's fucking boring. People like
You
to
could just
turn
talk to
things.
Siri.
Look. I've been making music my entire life. I have a nice digital amplifier, and one thing I love about it is it comes with knobs and a stomp pedal, and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can twist things, and there's faders. Yes, it's a digital computer thing.
But
How-
there's knobs. There's realistic value.
There is something there that I can interact with. There are real world properties that I can manipulate that make me feel like I'm part of it. Don't give me some brainless, screenless, colorless, mindless, soundless
Same thing as before.
and then try to sell it to me like it's the coolest thing in the world.
No. It's a no.
The last we heard about OpenAI's device is that it was facing delays due to technical difficulties. Right, it sucks. Technically, it blows. It's got no knobs, it's got no buttons, and no screen. Technical difficulties, it doesn't have anything to work on. What technical difficulties could you have if it has no faders?
It's a piece of trash. Throw it in the garbage.
Can you believe that shit?
Trash it up.
Chris is like, people like interaction. Who knew? Well, I'm saying, though, it's got no faders. No, what am I supposed to do? Fucking blow on it?
Blow it with
Don't
the
answer that.
with the fan.
That's crazy.
Beep.
Over the weekend, Tan Altman. Over the weekend, Altman spoke more about OpenAI's device in an interview at Emerson's Collective 9th Annual Demo Day in San Francisco with Laureen Powell Jobs. While Altman didn't give too many more details about the device in terms, he specifies he did explain the vibe that OpenAI is going for in the product.
What's this vibe?
There's no vibe. People say they have a vibe for something when they don't have the education or English to explain it. It's a feeling, bro.
This makes no sense.
No thinking involved.
So how is it a vibration? You're talking about an emotion.
No thinking involved. Just feel it, dude.
But that's not
It's got no screen.
a vibe.
Feel it.
My feeling isn't
Rub it.
you're
Touch it.
they're talking about something different.
I don't know what they're talking about. We don't know. Even look. Even look. While Altman didn't give too many details, it's a fucking secret. He's gonna give us something, and it's a fucking secret.
That doesn't make any sense. Why even do the interview? The interview's done. Case dismissed.
Imagine if we started
It's a
doing it.
secret. Okay, you're not gonna tell us how you know what?
Imagine we started doing interviews like that.
Imagine we just came on and we were just like, oh, done.
All right, everybody. The rest of the show is a secret.
Right. We're not gonna
Hold
tell
on.
you.
Shh. They'll figure it out at some point. Does anybody know what we're doing?
It's a secret.
Hold on. It's too much information. Hey, this is
It's
fucking
not with my vibe.
Hey, listen, can anybody vibe with my genius right now? I'm making shit up as I go along. What's up? Come on, are you in here to vibe with my genius?
You want a vibe?
She wants to vibe.
Did I want to get the vibe? Or do we need to keep it a secret?
I figured it out. All geniuses have to do is pretend they know shit, and when asked about it, we'll just deny and make counter claims. Be like, yeah, I got some good shit coming out,
I'm not
and
gonna tell you about it.
it's so fucking good. I'm not gonna tell you anything about it, and it's a secret.
That is so 2004.
It's so
Like, stop. That is not an advertisement, and it's not gonna work, and you're gonna fail. Stop.
I've got a really good idea coming out later. I pretty pinky swear promise, trust me, at some point.
On Friday. We don't know what Friday.
Maybe.
Coming soon.
Right.
Fucking stay tuned.
Right. Hold on to your wallets.
Hold on to your hat.
Whatever.
Because here we come.
Oh, here we go. We've got a quote here. I feel like I should show the quote. I think the iPhone is like, thus far, the crowning achievement of consumer products. It's an amazing thing, Altman said before launching into criticism of the iPhone to Steve Jobs' window. Quote, but one of the things that has gone wrong when I use current devices or most applications, I feel like I'm walking through Times Square in New York and constantly just dealing with all the little indignities along the way. Flashing lights in my face, tension going on, people bumping into me. That's how this guy feels when he's on a fucking cell phone.
Then you should get rid of your cell phone.
No. Turn it off and put it on the table.
Get rid of it.
My God.
If you're that overwhelmed over
God.
a little device that's nothing, and
I'd hate to see when he goes to the DMV, but then it occurred to me, billionaires probably don't go to the DMV.
yeah, someone else goes for them. They don't even know what a DMV is.
Then chances are it's a possibility that our buddy Sam has so much fucking money that everything could be overwhelming.
Yeah. Everything could feel like New York.
Right.
His wallet could feel like New York.
That was crazy. According to Altman, ChatGPT creator is aiming to bring a... If he says vibe again, I'm going to blow my brains out.
It's really blowing my vibe.
He's bringing a vibe of sitting in the most beautiful cabin by the lake in the mountains and sort of just enjoying the peace of calm to its AI device. So basically, Sam Altman is manufacturing artificial intelligent heroin?
What the hell?
No, but look what I'm saying, though. This is what he said he wants this AI device to do.
He sounds like an addict.
He wants it to feel like you're sitting on the most beautiful day by a lake in the mountains and sort of just enjoying the peace and calm. This
you
is
sound like an addict.
Yo, this is psychopathic shit.
You sound like an addict.
Yo, he wants to create an AI device
That
with
could
no
take you-
screen, with no buttons. The shit doesn't play fucking music. It doesn't celebrate people. However, he wants you to, when you have it, it feels like the most beautiful day by a lake. Let me ask Melissa. Melissa, do you want to go to a lake? No. No, let me come here. Can you come here for a second?
No.
Hold on. Sam Altman is the creator of ChatGPT. I'm bringing you in here because you use ChatGPT. Okay? ChatGPT is promoted as an open source. Open. That word open means you can learn from it, you can contribute to it. Other billionaires and freaks can use its technology for the greater good of humanity. Okay? Meaning, it's non-profit. It's a never-ending crowdfunding empty pit where billionaires and folks that believe in open AI can dump their money into it. Okay? Also, if something's non-profit, you can really fuck around with the taxes, if you get what I'm saying. You know? They're coming out with a device. It's knobless, it's screenless, it has no buttons on it. You don't make any phone calls on it. But Sam Altman, who's the CEO of ChatGPT and the creator of the new device that ChatGPT is going to be on, he said he wants it to, quote, feel like a vibe. He wants to bring on a vibe when you have this device of sitting in the most beautiful cabin by the lake and in the mountains, sort of just enjoying peace and calm. Yo, that sounds like synthetic drugs.
The heck? He sounds like an addict.
No, but and the other thing is, not everybody, as I've proven here, not everybody wants to be by a lake. Why does he think that he knows what we all want to do?
That sounds like what he wants to do.
Why does he believe that we all want to what's a beautiful day? He said sitting in the most beautiful day. Do you know that some people think the most beautiful day is rain?
This also sounds like something you say to someone before you scam them.
It's very supremacist-like. You've chosen for us your idea of what a beautiful day is. You've chosen for us our destination in the cabin. You've chosen for us drowning in the lake, climbing up the mountain, and sort of, kind of, maybe just, I don't really know, but enjoying the peace and calm? What the fuck is that?
Scam?
No, as all of us as people, describe to me what type of jukebox, what type of pod, what type of game player, what type of controller. What the fuck is that?
A control freak?
What? We all have imaginations. We've all watched Star Trek, Star Wars. We've all seen Halo. We've seen all type of sci-fi movies. What the fuck kind of thing is he describing?
A perfect vacation for you.
A jet to holiday.
Yeah. Scam.
That is wild. Look, nobody in the chat.
He wants
YouTube.
to control.
You
he wants
two
to
do-
control how you vacation. And he thinks he has the best idea for you. He's going to be your travel agent.
Right.
He's going to be your hostess. He's going to be your hotel. He's going to be your vibe.
He's gonna
And your emotions. It's going to be 5 things in one person.
right. He's gonna blow you through the roof.
Oh, and also it's an adjective. Sorry, 6 things. And it's beautiful. And he has shelter.
Right, like he knows.
He knows all of these things that you want. It's not
How-
like a control freak.
How the fuck does Sam Altman know what we all might think is beautiful?
He
Is
doesn't.
mind blowing to me. That's
He
such an
doesn't.
arrogant, crazy thing to say.
Mhm.
I want to read a little bit more just to see how. The only time I've ever seen anybody this psychopathic is in state prison.
Or a tech bro.
That's the only time I've ever heard anybody talk like this. It's people that have killed people before.
Well, let's keep reading. He might.
Then he goes on to say, hold on, I got to put this on because no one's going to believe me.
This is what he said, everybody.
This is fucking crazy. I think this actually just isn't possible in the pre-AI world of technology, Altman said. I think this isn't possible with the current kinds of devices we have.
So he thinks that he has a better idea for a phone that you have that you've been paying for.
But it's a secret. Remember,
Right.
Altman goes on to describe a device that makes users' lives peaceful and calm and just letting us focus on other stuff.
He's doing so many things for the secret.
Altman envisions an AI device with, quote, really smart AI that you trust to do things for you over long periods of time. And that would be, quote, contextually aware of when it should present information to you or ask for your input or not. That sounds like
What the fuck?
that sounds like somebody that's bothering you all day or listening to you.
It sounds like you're a parent.
If they're not bothering you, they're fucking spying on you. All right? You trust it over time, Altman said, And it does have just this incredible contextual awareness of your whole life.
Oh my gosh. What else is it going to do? Predict the future?
Well, I think he
Tell us about
I think he believes that.
our planet?
Ivy, or I don't know if that's their name, but I'm going for it, who was also being interviewed alongside Altman, also went to share that he believed the product would be out in less than 2 years. That really shows you that it's absolutely not ready.
And it's absolutely a scam.
It's pre-beta.
It's not going to happen. It's going to fail.
That's pre-beta shit. And the other thing is, like, it sounds like you guys are crowdsourcing.
Yeah.
Like, are you guys, like, at this meeting
They're drinking their own bathwater.
to say, hey, you know, we're going to come out with something really cool later on if anybody wants to throw us some cash?
And it's a secret. Don't forget.
Right. We'll tell you later. I hope when people see it, they say, that's it? It's like so simple, Altman said. But then it just does. And we were talking about... I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah. Chris says, people born into enough privilege really do think this way. I've met several myself. Please, educate us.
Yeah.
Chris, do you know something we don't know?
Please tell us. Don't keep it a secret. Oh
Chris
my
says, I'm
God.
with you. It literally sounds like nothing. It's very strange, right? Chris, I'm glad you're able to see it this way.
Right.
I'm not even trying to be sarcastic. Most people can't explain what we're supposed to really be doing with this stuff.
Yeah.
They can't explain to you exactly in clear, plain, bold English what you should be doing with AI.
They sound like a control freak.
I don't know, like even now, even the AI we have, no, people don't really know. Is it a picture editor? Does it take snapshots of other people's hard work? Seems to me like it just kind of like plagiarizes stuff, but no one can tell you. It's not like it saves, like, holy shit, I love AI, man, saves me money. No, like nobody said, oh my god, dude, AI's fucking awesome. Ever since I've had it in my life, I'm healthier. I run faster. I live long. I don't know. No one can tell you, hey, ever since homework has gotten better, reading and writing music, a guitar, nothing's gotten better for anybody. No one can tell. Like, people can tell you what laundry machines do. They fucking clean the clothes.
Now that is simple.
What does the cassette recorder do?
Plays music.
Right, it records audio to cassette. People can say, air conditioner.
Cools
Right,
down the room.
Right, people know it as dehumidifier.
Takes out the humidity in.
Right, iron. Right, I mean, Jesus Christ.
But we can't tell you what AI does for you.
Right. Video game. Okay, it's a game, and it's presented to you in frame by frame video. When you're playing video games, you're playing video frames. Same thing. Video game. Electric guitar. You know what it is. World Wide Web or internet. You can get that. Email. I get all that. That's fine. Text message. But when it comes to AI, nobody really knows what the fuck. Nobody can tell you what it does.
Nope.
It's like, it makes phone calls. We already have something. It takes pictures and edits pictures. We already have editing picturing software. So why not just call it picture editor?
It's not doing anything different.
What the fuck does it do? I look up recipes. You can already do that on the internet.
But he's supposed to present this secret.
Right. It searches for things. You can search for things on the internet. What the fuck are you talking about? What does it do?
Nothing.
What new thing does it do that's not on your cell phone? I don't understand. And now they say the AI on the cell phone. Oh, then what the fuck do we need a pin for?
We need all this stuff.
Why do we need extra shit? Why do my shoelaces need AI in them?
Mm-hmm. Why does our breath need AI?
But we have it.
Mhm.
We have the stuff.
Why does our
Alright.
toenail need it?
I
is
gotta read this
wild.
because Chris took the time. He said, it's super weird. This is what Chris is saying, everybody. I've done event coordinating. Usually I'll be the sound tech. I've booked Sepsiss when I used to work at the O's in Sutherland, Mass. Oh, what's up, yo? And sometimes worked at high-end events and had some conversations in passing with some rich people. Okay. Some tech bros. All right. Usually I get the vibe. Okay.
The hell is
Hold
a
on, we're going to get to
vibe?
that. We're going to get to the vibe thing in a second. They think they know what everyone needs just because they've reached what they think is the pinnacle of living human life. The problem with that is if you depend on other people to think and feel something, have you really reached the superior pinnacle?
No.
If being superior counts on you needing other people to be superior, are you in fact superior? Have you reached the top pinnacle of life if you need to go around and convince others to be doing the same thing that you're doing? It seems like less evidence that you're living straight as an arrow.
Yeah.
Like the things that I think and believe don't require others to think and believe these things. I don't require other people to think and believe the things that I think and believe necessarily, you know? So if the greatest sense of success is having machines, nannies, slaves, and butlers to do all the work for you, and you live at the highest quality and pinnacle of life, you freed up all your fucking time so you can convince me of what? To search for things on the internet? To me, if you've reached the pinnacle of life, then why do I need to do anything?
Right.
If you've reached the pinnacle of life, then why are you making gadgets for me?
Is she making gadgets for you?
Right. If you've reached the top quality of life. But I do get what you're saying. Now, about this vibe thing, Lexi, I don't know a damn thing about it.
It just sounds like a shortened version of the word vibration.
I think that's what it is. Can I be real with you?
Mm.
I know what it means when black people say the vibe.
Yeah, what does it mean?
It means like the your energy, you know? Like your
Okay.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's more like if you know what I mean, like if you were feeling her vibes, you know what I mean? Or you stepped in the room, you felt the vibe. Maybe you were getting lined up, or maybe you felt like, you know, maybe you felt surrounded. Yo, why did you leave the party? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't my vibe.
Mhm.
That I don't know what it means when other people use it.
Mhm.
I know that, like, you know what I'm saying, if you hang with some dudes and they talking like that, like growing up with me, that's what it meant. I'm a little older, I realize that. I you know what I'm saying, I'm brought up a little bit differently than some of you guys.
Mhm.
But that's what vibe means to me. And
Yeah.
then there's like the hippie, like, good vibes. Like, I know that too, you know? Like, I come with good vibes. I come in peace. I
Mhm.
don't know it another way. But I think that, and you could correct me, I think vibe for some people is like a secret. It's like a
Mhm.
language, you know what I mean? Something that's much more isolated. See, when I use the word vibe, it's not an isolated thing. It's a thing, you share a vibe. The vibe that we're talking about in modern day, it seems much more discreet. It seems advantageous. And it seems like a vibe is more of a strategy for people now. A vibe For me, especially being a black guy, a vibe for me is something more natural. A vibe is a natural characteristic that you have with you all the time. You don't really hide it from people. This is my vibe. This is my vibe right now. Like, people got to accept me or embrace me, but this is my vibe. You know, it's more honest. To me, my vibe is vulnerable. The vibe that he's describing right there is a little bit different. That's something you need to get membership to.
Mm-hmm.
My vibe, you don't need to be a membership. You don't need any membership to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
My vibe is something I share with people vulnerably, generously.
It's an energy.
It's an energy, but it's confident. It's positive. Therefore, it doesn't need to be secretive because it's not against anybody.
Yeah.
But that, you know, that's my interpretation. From what I gather, vibe is really just a sense of what others, as far as their attitude or intent. That's the simplest way he could put it. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty similar to some degree. I'd say that's similar. Here's a fun one. Warner Music unveils lawsuit settling Suno licensing deal. Says groundbreaking partnership will open up new frontiers in music creation, interaction, and discovery. What do you think I'm talking about, guys? I was just talking about this. Warner Music unveils lawsuit settling Suno licensing deal. So what happened? What do you girls think happened? Or everybody at home, what do you think happened? What do you think they're referring to?
People play music on the internet.
Yes. What kind of music?
Streaming music.
Mm-hmm.
Big artists.
Artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Listen what it's saying. Warner Music unveils a lawsuit settling. So, Warner Music is what? They're suing who?
Suno.
Okay. But out of them suing, what happened?
They settled it.
With what?
The licensing.
So what did they do? Were they suing each other or did they make a business deal?
They made a business deal.
Are you seeing how the music industry works?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember what I said earlier about people that were trailblazers, inventors. And remember what I said about legacy companies and corporations actively going on offense and siphoning, hacking into these innovative ideas, stripping them of the best parts, and absorbing them into the legacy company corporation. What are we seeing here? So when you see a lot of these tech companies, when you see the big record labels making deals, sometimes they're getting sued.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you see them getting sued, they're just making deals.
They're not really getting sued. They're just trying to force a business deal.
Yes,
they need
you're
the
getting
money.
it. Yes.
It's all fake. It's all for show. It's just Hollywood.
This shit is a performance, man.
That's why the whole act of the deal.
Yes.
Or art of the deal.
You know what I'm talking about. Deny, make counterclaims, sue people no matter what.
Sue so you can force business deals to happen because they're not answering your phone calls and you want to force it.
We've learned this from the ugliest politicians and business makers right now. You can look at the worst business makers. Doesn't matter what you believe in or which side of the aisle you're on. Pick the worst ones. That's what I'm asking you to do. Choose the worst business makers and politicians, and this is where you get this business model from.
They all do it.
This shit is fucking crazy. So when you think about the purpose of AI in the beginning is to siphon and comb and clear the internet of all of people's hard work that they put up there for the last, 50 years. I'm not going to do too much of this, but check it out. After 17 months of litigation, how long, Lex?
17 months.
After 17 months of these guys arguing over bread and following AI licensing deals with audio, stability, and more, Warner Music Group has finalized a groundbreaking partnership with Suno. Do y'all get it now? Are you seeing how this bullshit works? Chris says, sounds like a long conversation between lawyers that led to them agreeing to pay Warner Music a chunk of their profits for permission to use their artist's work and generate new. Yes, absolutely. Except in this situation, okay, Warner Music Group are suing AI companies for unfair usage. And now they're saying, we forgive you. Why is that? Because all of these companies, all these technology companies have now built an alliance with the largest record labels in the world. So now, huge legacy companies and corporations can make partnerships with AI companies that were stealing data and audio to begin with. And now that technology, those weapons have been handed off to the largest record labels also. So now there's no checks and balances between the AI companies that are stealing from everybody
Mm-hmm.
and the only thing that was really standing up to AI companies were the largest record labels, because independent people can't pay lawyers and hire large teams and, hack bots to crawl the web. And so now the largest record labels in the world now have deals with the same people that have used the technology to kind of, hack and remix everybody's music to begin with. So if your music's out there, it's a tough time to be a musician, because you don't even have large record labels that are going to be there anymore as checks and balances between, who can AI steal from now? Everybody. Before, the major labels were putting up a fight. But as you see here, now that they have a deal, the large labels will be doing the same thing, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
The major label and music generator disclosed their blockbuster pact. See, it's a pact.
All these alliances, like you're saying.
Yep. Just 5 days after WMG head Robert Kinkle laid out his AI strategy.
Here we go.
So if you think I was bullshitting, they have made a pact, and now they have laid out a strategy.
Now they're really going in long term.
Do you see what I'm saying about this shit? And
It's such a romance scam.
Yeah, and they're all just counting on us not to read about none of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nobody else on the internet right now that's talking about this. There's nobody in independent rock and roll. No, it's hard for people to sit through the 10 minutes of us even explaining this.
Yeah, they can't do it.
Think of the patience people don't have to listen to the last 12 minutes of this conversation just so we can get here. You got to clear all of that education to even present some sort of understanding.
Mm-hmm.
I had to lay out the relationship in the history of what, audio and stability and Suno and other AI companies have been doing in the first place. I had to lay out that WMG has been fighting and suing them. How am I supposed to talk with this? How am I supposed to talk about this with the average?
You can't, because they won't be able to sit through it.
By the time we all learn about it, they'll hit us with something else.
They'll already be out of the conversation.
Let's see what they did. Warner Music and Suno intended to open new frontiers in music creation, stealing, interaction, which is also a stolen idea from independence, and discovery. That all comes from independent. That's all them siphoning what it means to be independent.
Mm-hmm.
Super fans,
Just trying to create the
Yes.
definition of this
Yes.
word, of what it means to
Yes.
be independent.
Yep. Yep. These characteristics that we're reading about now are characteristics of independent creators. So they're moving the needle on what the definition and how we perceive and see what independent artists to be. That's a whole nother episode. Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime you see a promoter, anytime you see a marketer, a PR agent, anytime your manager comes to you, anytime your record label comes to you and they tell you about creation or interaction, you have nothing to fear. But when they get to the word discovery, you need to relook at your contract.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime, I don't care if it's Warner Music Group or if it's an independent CD baby or distro kid. If they're promoting to you that the value is in discovery, that by you signing up that you're going to be discovered, make sure you call bullshit right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a local promoter saying, hey, you need to sell these tickets so you can get discovery, anytime they skip over the money part and they swap it for discovery, you know it's big trouble.
That part, you need to get out of there. Say hell no.
Anytime, yeah, especially when
Rip it up in front of their face.
especially when they ignore talking about money and then slip in the word discovery.
Yeah. That's how you know it's a bad idea.
There we go. Chris is talking about it right now. He's just talking about it. This gets used more so in the rock community. Exposure. I should have said that too.
Yeah.
Discovery and exposure. If you start hearing that shit, you know, you're on a battle of the bands, and then if you win, you know, you put in $500, and if you win, you're going to have exposure, and you're going to be exposed to record label execs. You're going to be exposed to a fancy engineer, and you're going to be exposed to all these really cool things that'll happen to you later on in life. Call bullshit. Because what's the point in having all these gadgets and AI and instant email and everything happens instantly if you're going to promote exposure and discovery, knowing that these things happen long term?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Exposure and discovery, that's stuff that happens over long term.
Yeah. It's not something that you do like for trend.
Right.
It's not a trending thing.
Right,
It's
you're-
more so like you just like a long term, like you have to like actually like work, have small goals, achieve those small goals.
You're depending on people to completely abandon credibility, and
Yeah.
that's disgusting.
And take the easy way or whatever they say.
Right. And sometimes,
You just sound like a bad actor.
right, going through the process, okay, some of you that want to go with the easy way, that's fine. But some of us going through the process or the hard way is living it to the fullest. We haven't been convinced yet that having nannies is the most successful way to raise kids. We're not convinced that having slaves is the best way to do farm work. We're also not convinced that having AI is the best way to create music and art. I'm not convinced. Is that all it does? Because if you're an artist, then AI is pointless for you because you've got new zones. Because chances are, if you're a painter, you're not going to be super excited about AI because AI doesn't physically paint.
No. A painter physically paints.
And like if you're a physical painter, you're not going to be excited about a robot painting a picture for you because chances are you were interested in painting in the first place because you were challenging yourself and you didn't like the idea of other people or things taking on the challenges you had planned for yourself to live fully. It's messy.
That's why, in my opinion,
I
it's
don't know what
more
they're talking about.
fulfilling to work more long term instead of, these easy ways, like these pyramid schemes, these little cheats, like you buy now and you can get this thing. It just sounds like a bad actor. And I'd rather take the long road because
No.
it's more fulfilling. You're more credible. It's more authentic, and you just feel a lot better. You don't feel like you have to like put on a mask, and then like once you realize, oh, I've been living a lie this entire
Mm.
time, you start feeling shame.
Mm.
Ditch all that. In my opinion, I'd rather just take the long way, see more long term, and then I can go, wow, a little bit more fulfilled right now. You can really look back and be like, this is more authentic. This is more real than just, I'm going to pay this record company to go do this thing for me for 6 months. And then when that's all gone, it's like, okay, and I had to do it all yourself again.
You make such a great point because it's like when you do jump in retrospectively, when you jump in and look back and you examine the snapshots in your life, you want to, when you look back at the snapshots in your life, it is refreshing. It is fun to know that you were a full participant, that things weren't happening to you, that you were, maybe you were young, maybe you were flawed, maybe you were a work in progress. But it's nice to be able to look back at the snapshots in your life and say, you know what, I didn't blow it. I'm building this resume. I have credibility. And when I look back and when I present and show other people an image of my success, they can trust that I'm not bullshitting them.
Mm-hmm.
You can step forward to your next projects in life in confidence.
Yeah. Like you didn't just take the easy way.
Right. Like you know what? It's crazy
You didn't
because
just get swept up.
even when I look back on some of the work that we have done in Sepsiss, some of our performances, whether it be live, that's why I love live performances, because it's like, that's your work for the night. Take it or leave it. It forces you to do that. It puts you in a place where, hey, tomorrow morning, 20 people are going to put up a video of this performance, and whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. So it kind of removes that I'm going to be in control of how people view me. You have to give into that. You have to surrender and say, hey, look, I know people are going to love this, and people are going to, be repulsed by it. But you go and give it your all. And even in some of my recorded work, that's maybe not my best or my favorite work. I like to go back and say, hey, here are the high points and the parts that I'm happy about, and that I've achieved. And as a work in progress, I'm not ashamed or torn up that I was a work in progress, because when I observe the snapshot, I can say I was a full participant. I was authentic. I was conscious. I was pursuing wisdom. I was growing, and I had fun doing it.
You can actually remember it and recall it instead of, a lot of these like big artists, you hear a lot of them be like, oh, I'm so swept up, don't really remember what I did last week.
Or
Or
I
the
don't remember.
billionaires.
Or you hear like a lot of people that get into music, they get swept up and they say, oh, it just happens so fast, or it's hard for me to detail or articulate. Everything kind of just happened to me. I didn't feel like a full participant. And it's like, yeah, because you're fucking stuffing trauma. You're stuffing.
All these pans are in your basket.
Right.
They all have a piece of what you're doing. So you can't tell people these are the lyrics and this is why I wrote it. And you can't tell people, oh, this is how I wrote the music. This is why I put it together. This is why we did this show. You can't really put it together. That's why I believe, in my opinion, it's
Sure.
much better
Sure.
to just take the long way.
Yes.
So you can actually remember everything. Be like, you know what? I remember when we played at Rocco's, there's only 5 people there. We sounded like shit. But
Right.
hey, we had a great time.
Right.
And
I'm
we actually
respons-
did really great on the merch table.
I'm
You
responsible
know?
for that flaw.
Right.
I'm responsible for that low draw. I'm responsible for that bad note. I'm responsible, and I take extreme accountability. And sometimes taking that extreme accountability in life, it gives you the authority to forgive yourself and carve a pathway for you to do the next thing.
hmm it makes you feel better, and you can tell people, this is what I did to fix those flaws.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is why it's better. This
Oh,
is why
that's
you like
great.
it today.
That's great, Lex. That's great. I didn't even think about that. When people do bring up, oh, look, you did 5 years in the pen, 10 years ago, you can say, yes, I did. And I got sober. And, I made up with my wife and got my kids back. And, I that's also where I learned, my craft for, small engines and wood carvings and
hmm You'd be able
For
to
that.
show your
For that.
work.
Yo, Lexi's on fire tonight. You want to read this one?
Sure. What's this one?
That was good.
Thank you.
I forgot we were even on the podcast. I was like, that's right, Lexi. You let them know.
I didn't think we were on the podcast either.
You teach them.
Here we go. Oh, here we go, ticket goers. StubHub faces a class action lawsuit from investors alleging the company hit. Thank you.
You know what? I don't think Melissa,
What happened?
I don't have any water. I think we're supposed to hydrate.
Oh,
I'm starting to learn.
hold on.
Hold on.
I'll grab some coffee, and then I'll read it. Thank you for the hydrate.
Whoa.
We'll start it all over again.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, thank you. You're a sweetheart.
She's the producer of the show. Melissa Wolf is the producer of the show. We try to stay comfortable here on the cast.
She's the best at it. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm glad we took a pause, because I just want to point out before we even get started. It's a fucking lawsuit.
Another one.
Like,
and it's for tickets.
we do a lot of talking on this program, and I think if you just popped in, some people could be confused about what this is even about. We talking about our lives? Are we talking about the band? So this is a podcast for sure for people that know us and who are familiar with what we're doing here. But if you don't know, this is a podcast for independent rockers. This is a podcast for models, streamers, videographers, independent promoters, people that are doing event coordinating. So we cover a lot of this stuff. We cover gear. We cover law and litigation in terms of the music industry, gadgets, devices, funny rock and roll news and band crap. I'd like, what do you call that? Pollution?
Yeah.
Like the Loudwire stuff and stuff. Something Babel. What's that?
Oh, it's like
Babel?
some like tabloid.
Tabloids, current
press.
events. Yeah, just crap. It's not nothing that really, just stuff that makes everybody laugh. We do a little bit of that. But if you've been keeping score and following along, we cover a lot of the injustice and a lot of just the unfairness in the music industry. And if you've noticed, like, every article that I brought up, it's not like I have to hunt for this stuff. Have you noticed a theme here? Everyone's in court.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's in court. Everyone's playing the blame game, from the tech giants to the large labels, movie producers, and all the big production companies. They're all in court. The ticket master.
Sounds like they want to take a jump start on their tax season as they head into the end of Q4.
Let them have it.
StubHub faces a class action lawsuit from investors alleging the company hid key cash flow changes relating to its post IPO stock price plunge.
All right. So
Wow.
inflating numbers, inflating or deflating assets. Look, look what they're saying that they did. The lawsuit is alleging that StubHub made material false misleading statements, failing to disclose material adverse information. What am I talking about though all the time? When we want to be a part of the music industry, and I say to people, do you know what the music industry is? They can't. It's like AI, they can't really tell you.
No.
But unlike AI, if they did a little poking around, they would see the different departments in the music industry. And this is live entertainment, ticketing, and with Ticketmaster and Live Nation, both are always in court. There's always some monopoly court proceeding happening with them. And look, like StubHub, I would guess that they were at one point maybe a reputable competitor. I don't think that they start off like this, but at some point companies get so big it's like they all are criminals. Like what are they being alleged, whether it's true or not? They all get so big where they're either guilty of theft or they're being accused and alleged of it. Whether it's stealing data, whether it's hacking, and for real, and it goes on to other sectors too. Whether it's Xfinity or AT&T. Every couple months you hear Twitter leaked out 1 million accounts, and Chase Bank leaked out 20 million accounts, and so we all joined up with this stuff with the very simple idea that we were joining because they were going to protect our stuff. Because the reason why we're all on Spotify, the reason why we're all trying out Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is because somehow, supposedly, it's going to be better and be more healthy and protect us and keep our music. Why are we doing streaming? What's the big sell on streaming? That the artists were going to get paid, right? How did we fall into the streaming trap? Why did we all buy into streaming? Because at some point they convinced all of the people that make music that if they stream their music that we would get paid fairly. 30 years later.
And they're still inflating numbers just to stay in business because they're losing
So
money.
here we are, like StubHub, maybe they could have been a good business. But
We'll never know.
We'll never know because they have to compete with nothing but criminals. And if you're the choir boy in an industry of criminals, it's a matter of time before you have to commit a crime just to protect yourself.
Or get caught.
That's crazy. Let's go.
The complaint filed in New York federal court on Monday is one of at least 3 lawsuits stemming from StubHub's lackluster quarterly earnings report. It was filed by investors who bought into StubHub's $758 million initial public offering in September. At least 4 other law firms have announced that they've opened their own investigations into StubHub's numbers.
Like, imagine you're getting into event coordination and ticketing, and you're somebody that wants to run events and be responsible for ticketing some of the most famous events in the world. You have to do that with the idea that you're going to be in court for the last quarter of your life.
And then all they're doing is just playing the game of the long arm of the law thing, where how long will it take for the law to catch up with us and realize we were lying about our numbers for the last couple of years so we could stay in business.
Right. And then
when they get caught, they're like, oh shit, we got caught. Now we have to make up some lie and get some lawyer and then be in court and then use all that money we just made from playing this other lie to go try to figure out this lie in court. It's so dumb. It's so dumb when you talk about it.
And I just want to show people This is the music industry.
This is all the place where everyone thinks that you're going to get rich and be like Taylor Swift.
This is the big thing that we've all wanted to be a part of since we were kids.
Right. This is the big dream you guys all have. Even I had.
Here's another one. Napster's $3 billion funding round goes poof. Wait a minute.
What?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, you know. Napster's $3 billion funding round goes poof. The CEO blames misconduct as a feature of streaming platform thrown into doubt. But you guys do remember that, you know, Napster was the original rip-off team.
Mm-hmm.
How did they get a second chance? Like, why are they even on the scoreboard? Why do we keep allowing these large companies?
Because when solutions happen, no one does anything to fix them.
And
you
know,
win a case and nothing happens
the
of it.
real estate companies always get bailed out. The auto companies always get bailed out. The big record labels and the banks get bailed out, right?
Sympathy.
But
They want to cater.
nobody bails out the middle-aged soccer mom trying to keep food on her table.
Because they care more about Target.
It's
and
just
keeping
crazy.
them in
like,
business.
like
Or Argentina.
like when people bring up Napster, they even look at the symbol. They don't think, like, as we're looking at it now, what comes to mind, everybody? Metallica.
That whole place.
Everybody look at the Napster icon on the screen and type the first word that comes into your mind in the chat. Go. Everybody type in the first words that come into your mind when you see the Napster logo. Because I know it's not paying musicians. I know when you see the Napster logo, you're not thinking fairness. I know when you see the Napster logo, you're not even thinking streaming. You're thinking Metallica. Unfairness. Cheating. You're thinking torrents, BitTorrent sites, uTorrent sites. We all know Daniel Ek comes from uTorrent, right? You guys know that. So all of these guys come from sites where the thing that they were doing to steal and hack people's data was previously illegal.
Mm-hmm.
The very actions that we are all celebrating now, which is unfairness and stealing from musicians, that very act that we look down upon is the very act that we celebrate today in terms of modern day streaming. And this is the thing I can't get people to make the connection on. When you explain this to people that use Spotify, they'd rather defend the gadgets, the software, the apps, and the billionaires over their favorite musicians.
Mm-hmm.
These are the same musicians that these applications and gadgets are supposed to supply, promote, and pay fairly. But when you see the Napster logo, you think of stealing. You think of unfair treatment to musicians. So I don't know why they got a second chance, but today they are another streaming site just like Deezer. At some point they got another chance, and they are just another streaming site today like Spotify. Napster's future is now completely uncertain as the company's $3 million funding falls through.
Billion.
Napster's future is now completely uncertain as the company's $3 billion funding falls through. The company's CEO says Napster was a victim of misconduct. Does anybody...
What does that even mean?
But they already were doing misconduct to be here.
Yeah, that's how they got here. That's how they got popular. That's how everyone knows them. Is misconduct.
Napster isn't popular for having great conduct. Napster itself became popular for having terrible misconduct.
Yeah. Unfairness. You listed it all. That's what they're known for.
In January, Napster told employees and investors that a mysterious benefactor had committed around $3 billion at a $12 billion valuation. But it turns out that money doesn't exist and the unknown investor has seemingly vanished. Unfortunately, that cash was central to promise that shareholders would soon be able to sell stock in a big tender offer, which also has now been canceled. So it's just cooking the books,
Yeah.
lying, playing games. Napster's up to the same old bullshit.
They haven't changed. Are we really surprised though? It's
No.
Napster. I mean, I'm not.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah. They're just doing it again.
So we
And
went,
then we're going to give them forgiveness.
yeah, bail them out.
And then they're going to do it again.
Right. So
And then we're going to forgive them. And then they're going to do it again.
So tonight we did Time Warner Music Group, all the AI cheats and hacks. We did StubHub and all of their tomfoolery, court cases and hacking. And now we've moved over to Napster, who is known most popular for unfairness to artists, cheating people, hiding money, stealing, making shit up as they go along. And they're back at it again.
They do not got new zones.
Bitcoin prices nosedive continues. How low could it go? So here we go. Here's another one. Here's another one that everybody wanted us to do, just like the metaverse, remember? But as you can see here, Bitcoin price nosedive continues. How low could it go? The cryptocurrency market is tanking, but is the worst yet to come. What happened, everybody?
It failed.
Damn. What happened, everybody? I
think
thought
it
you
failed.
guys all knew what the fuck is...
They're going to make it better than the dollar.
But this is what happens when you drink your own bathwater and sniff your own armpits. This is the problem. Is you get complacent.
Mm-hmm.
You start to think that there ain't nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm. Oi.
I just want everybody to look at this shit.
It's failing, guys.
This, guys,
Look at your screen.
social media is failing.
Everything around you is failing.
The apps, the AI bubble is bursting, guys.
The gig is up.
The high velocity misconduct news and misinformation.
But what's going to replace it, though? Like, that's what I keep asking. Because, like, everything's crumbling, right?
Well,
Okay, so what's going to replace it?
one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Hopefully it doesn't all crash at the same time.
There are some things that are already stable. So when we when we're like, oh, we got auto tune, then we're gonna have AI. What's gonna be there to replace it? The human voice.
It's going to be valuable again.
Right. We have to remember that the human voice is valuable in the first place. That we didn't need to do this to be valuable.
No.
It takes a bad actor to walk up to a musician and say, you need to be on this electronic box or you're not a musician.
Fail. Right off the rip.
Right. Like, we went into an audio store today and there was vinyl and CDs. They haven't gone anywhere. And believe me, there'll still be Bitcoin to trade in 20 years. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if we want asbestos, we can have it back anytime we want to.
Mm-hmm.
Lead paint isn't going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We're not at a shortage of crack cocaine. If we really want it, there it is.
Yep.
So when people say, what are we going to do to replace Bitcoin? I don't know if we have to.
I think we should just stick to what
we've already, I don't know, but I'm just saying we've done real coin.
Right.
Chuck E. Cheese coin.
Maybe they'll be back.
We've done checks, credit cards, doubloons. We got it.
Tap.
Tokens. We
Breathe it in.
We got it. We got it all. There may be yet another cold crypto winter in stores for Bitcoin investors. Bitcoin has essentially been in a nosedive for the entire month of November, with the cryptocurrency falling below as 100,000 for the first time in months. Now, I don't know what that means, so good for them. On Friday, things even got worse for crypto holders as Bitcoin fell to just above 80,000, which would mark its lowest price since early April. I guess that's bad. It's a far cry from its all-time more than 126,000 from last month. Basically, all of Bitcoin's gains for entirety of 2025 had just been wiped out.
Wow.
I mean, but
that's not surprising.
This is
wow.
what you guys wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter to me.
You guys all thought this was a good idea.
That this was the pathway. So if you're somebody that thought the metaverse was the pathway, and you put $1 billion into it, I don't know what you're doing with that. That's crazy. Spicy AI chatbot and image generator left millions of photos exposed. The leak included AI-generated illicit pictures of all of you at home. Okay, so here we go again.
This sounds like the same old.
So now it was bad enough that we had actual human beings that were creating environments to increase reproductive abuse. Now we have artificial intelligence that are also committing sexual cyber crimes and as well encouraging reproductive abuse. The difference I think about with AI is people already are all over the internet encouraging each other to do reproductive abuse. Reproductive abuse is already a nasty issue online. Now, of course, we've created robots that want to pretend to be like human beings. So what are robots going to want to do on the internet? They're going to want to take your fucking clothes off.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to want to fucking humiliate you and do all kinds of fun shit. Isn't this fun? We went from Ticketmaster to Sam Altman's got a new AI bot that has no knobs, no screens. It's a complete secret, and sometime it's going to come and surprise you. You're supposed to just like it. We've got StubHub stealing everybody's money and going to court. We've got Warner Music Group now having an alliance with AI data brokers and hackers. And now we have a sexy, spicy AI chat and image generator that has left millions of people, actual real people, exposed.
Revenge porn from AI. I love it.
Yep. Now, exactly. You have AI revenge porn.
Great.
As if actual misogynists and sick men weren't a problem already.
Now you have AI leaking your photos.
Well, when you have misogynistic, sick men that design these fucking machines, what do you think you're going to get?
A misogynistic, sick AI.
A platform that promises spicy AI chatting left nearly 2 million images and videos, many of them showing private citizens exposed to the public. Secret desires Secret Desires is an erotic chatbot and AI image generator. It left cloud storage containers of photos, women's names, and other personal information like workplaces, universities, vulnerable. Oh, so not only have they seen your bosom, they also know where to knife you.
Yeah. They know everything about you now.
Right. The massive leak is the latest case of people using generative AI tools to turn innocent photos into non-sensual, explicit deep fakes. Excuse me, non-consensual. That's really sick. Let's do that one again. This massive leak is the latest case of people using generative AI tools to turn innocent photos into non-consensual, explicit deep fakes. It's fucking crazy stuff, man. That's it? Oh. And that's that. No. Just kidding. What the fuck's up with this shit right here? Hold on a second. Some of the photos and videos were taken from real influencers, public figures, and non-famous women. The latter category includes The latter category includes Snapchat screenshots and at least one yearbook photo. Some of the exposed media include user-generated AI images, such as those created with a now defunct face swap feature, with Secret Desires removed earlier this year. Like Character AI or Replica, Secret Desires allows users to create AI personas and chat with them. While pornographic content isn't allowed on Character AI and is only allowed for certain Replica users, Secret Desires says, quote, it provides limitless intimacy and connection on its Quick Start Guide. As 404 Media found out, the AI-generated media found in the vulnerable storage containers were mostly explicit. Some of the files' names included terms like 17-year-old. You knew that was coming.
Yep.
I Ben said the real reason we created AI.
Mm-hmm.
To me, everybody already knows my version. I believe tech giants created AI so they could master and become experts at making legal baby porn.
Mm-hmm.
I've been said that. That's, I believe, is the goal. You know,
Yep.
and hacking. So they become expert hackers and to exploit a new kind of ultra realistic pornography and gambling. Gambling, ultra realistic pornography, and baby porn. Those are the real reasons that tech giants want AI.
All the biggest crimes in our country.
Yeah. They want to be able to do that and bypass the civil rights and the laws that protect, like humane activities, laws that protect vulnerable people. They'll be able to bypass those laws with AI because, of course, they're not real people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't physically assault your servant, right? If you have a butler at the house, you can't physically assault your butler or your nanny.
Mm-hmm. There's consequences.
Right. There are certain consequences that would come from you verbally, sexually, or psychologically tormenting or torturing your babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you insulted and aggressively pursued or threatened your housekeeper, you would surely face consequences. Okay? But what are the consequences for verbally assaulting your AI robot? What are the consequences for you exploiting a seemingly underage AI chatbot?
What are the consequences?
Right. What are the
But-
consequences from you coming home and kicking your robot in the ass
Nothing.
for it not watering the garden the way you wanted it to?
It's just gonna beat you up. Nothing's. No one's gonna go to jail.
Right. No, like if you come home and
That's on you.
right, if you come home and your robot didn't vacuum the living room
That's your problem.
and you kick it in the fucking ass, the police aren't going to show up.
No,
That's
that's
what I'm
your
saying.
problem.
If you have a sexualized AI robot and you exploit it and you're vulgar towards it and you're ugly and mean to it, nobody's showing up to do an investigation.
At that point, you're just being mean and ugly to it.
So what I'm saying is I believe developers are manufacturing abuse bots.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Right. So people aren't going to get preachers and therapists and porn. What they're going to get is fucking toys that people can use and squeeze, like stress toys, punching bags, battered wives.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Mhm.
What are people, when people get the full power of AI, what are they going to create? Underage naked baby porn. Guaranteed. And because when you go into court, people are going to say it's not a real person. The same way that grown men whack it to fucking cartoons and hentai.
That's their excuse.
They're going to say, oh, well, how old's the cartoon?
It's just a cartoon.
Right, how old's the anime? Oh, it's not a real person.
Mhm.
The most searched for porn on the internet is anime and hentai and cartoon porn. Because
Not real stuff.
because
Cartoons.
because it's ageless and it depicts sometimes hyper realistic underage circumstances, dude.
Mhm.
And everybody knows it, and only motherfuckers like me bring it to the internet.
Mhm.
There's nobody else that's going to bring that to the internet but somebody like me who's been to prison.
Mhm.
Unless you've eaten cereal and you've woken up every morning having fucking waffles with baby shakers, you don't know that that's what people are going to do. And I know that that's what people are going to do. That's what they're doing with it. With AI, they're fucking stealing. They're impersonating people. They're doing exactly what the internet was invented to do. And that's to fucking spy, fucking steal information. Most of the stories that we talked about tonight are all the largest companies in the world that are all being accused of hiding secret, stolen information. Yo, that's crazy.
That's what they want the internet for anyway. So
And
they can
and
get
this
away with it.
and this article is no different.
Mhm.
This article is a great
All of the articles we've read is a great example of us explaining just that, is all people trying to think they can get away with something on the internet.
we you know
And you can't.
so just
And then the internet's going to expose you.
yeah, just being on, so that's what it winds up being is
Misuse.
if you're on the internet, you have to know that it's an exploitation machine.
Mhm. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Exactly. This is an exploitation machine. If you're on the internet and you are connected to any one of these companies, they are no longer dealing in the merchandise that they are promoting. They are just dealing in data brokers.
Mhm. They want to just sell your data.
This is just data. While you think you're doing one thing, this is just expert data brokering.
Mhm. Yeah.
Until next week, everybody, come and check us out on the Sepsiss Show. This is a lovely legacy swarm, and I'm William Savant.
Bye.